Guys, my mind is blown. My mind is completely blown. See, I just finished a conversation with two Europeans. The first guy is a German from Germany. The second guy is Polish. He's from Poland. These two guys blew my mind. We had this crazy conversation about the future, and they told me that there are only two careers. I love the way white people think. I love the way they think. They told me that there are only two careers in the entire world. Only two careers will remain. Once AI begins to revolutionize everything, because AI now is in airports, AI now is in health, AI now is in food, AI now is in agriculture, AI now is in mechanical engineering, AI is in medicine. Just name it, any field, any industry, anything, any single thing on earth, AI is there. So look at this. They told me how that, I think I will have to use my notes to write this out because it's really crazy. Now, there are only going to be two careers once AI is done with the revolution. The way the internet came in, it revolutionized the world and made the industrial age less useful. So industries are no more a target for many people who graduate from schools now. Industries are no more as appealing as they used to be before. Everyone now wants to be a freelancer who earns $2,000 working with Google or working with some other internet companies. Internet companies are now like so demanded. They are the ones people want to work with. Guess what? AI is like the next layer that's going to change what we know about life. Just this internet thing changed the world so much. People now no more value physical jobs. Guess what? AI is going to bring a new set of jobs. The same way internet jobs replaced physical jobs, AI jobs are going to replace internet jobs. But let me explain. Now, so there are only going to be two main tracks. Only two main tracks, right? The first main career starts with B, and the second main career starts with C. I'll fill it out after I'm done with my explanation. So I want to give you a quick explanation, and then I'll fill what this B means and fill in what this C means. So I want to use my relationship with this guy as an example to show you why the world is going to be really doomed after AI. But before I show you this story, before I tell you this story, I want to play a video really quickly.
The next waves of millionaires, they won't start with a product. They'll start with presence, not packaging, not websites, and audience. Because the new supply chain is attention. You don't need 50 factories. You need one phone and a clear message. The brands that dominate tomorrow are being built today by creators who know how to capture hearts before they ever ask for a sale. If you have the trust, you can launch anything, digital, physical, global, because before people buy from you, they buy into you. So stop obsessing over logos and labels. Start building community. Start building connection. Audience first, brand second, product third. That's the new empire.
So, unfortunately, she's actually wrong. And I'm going to show you why she's wrong. She said, so remember what she said.
Buy into you. So stop obsessing over logos and labels. Start building community. Start building connection. Audience first, brand second, product third.
So she said, audience first, brand second, product third. But that is not exactly correct, right? Because this equation is correct for this C career. When AI comes, this career would stand the test of time, and this career will stand the test of time. These are the only two careers that would exist. You can take my word to the bank. I already had this conversation, and I'm sure from the conversation these guys had with me, I'm sure about this. Now, A, audience, B, brand, C, product. So it's like A, B, P. But this is only true for this. For these guys, however, the equation is the opposite. Product first, brand second, audience third. So these are the only things that are going to be useful in building tomorrow's businesses. These are the only things that will be useful in building tomorrow's careers. You're either in this B career or you're in this C career. Now, before I explain this, let me show you how this worked with me and my friend. So you see, every time in life, you need to have a leverage. Another word for a leverage means an advantage. I can put here unfair advantage. So you need to have an unfair advantage at any point in life. Now, this guy was the SUG president, the youngest SUG president of my school in Futo. I graduated from Futo. So I was in 200 level and he was in 300 level. He was made the president of the student union government. So he was the president of the school, the SUG, and I was just a nobody. Like, I was not very important in the school. He was very big. I had known him in church. This was when we were young. This was like 5-6 years ago. I had known this guy in church. I knew him. He knew me as well. But whenever I sent this guy a message, I noticed that he would not reply. I noticed that he would snub my messages. I noticed that he doesn't really take me seriously. When I have an idea for him, when I want to collaborate with him, he doesn't read my messages. When I want something from him, he just had this annoying way of being so busy. So I thought to myself, is this guy really busy? Or does he not see me as valuable enough to associate with? So I said, okay, let me focus on my journey. I continued building myself. It got to a point where me and him became friends. As at when I was in my 500 level, he had graduated. And I became his friend on the premise of I had grown, on the premise of I had value. So if I send him a message, he replies. Whenever I send him, I need help on something, he helps me. He has helped me do so many things. I've had events where I invited him. These are 2 different events. Look at this. Bro showed up for me at 2 different Konoha Financial Conference events. In April, this was 2024, in April, Imo State. He came down to April just to show up for an event. This is someone who did not have my time before. This is someone who did not reply my message before. He didn't really care. Like, I was annoyed. It was paining me. But because I have grown, he could travel using flights to come down to another state to attend my event. And then I held another event. He also came for this second event in Lagos State. Like, right now, we are brothers. Look at this. We are on a big stage. But this only happened because of my growth. But it's not just my growth. My growth had given me an unfair advantage. I had an advantage that gave me a leverage, so I could now associate with him. Someone who might not have had my time, now he has my time. Now it's just this crazy thing about life. Many people who you are trying to chase, don't chase them so desperately. Focus more on yourself. Focus more. Just grow to the point where they will associate with you. Exactly. Now, this advantage is what the new world is going to be built upon. Right? So, as this person, you need to build this advantage to have leverage in the future. Because the future is going to be built on leverage. I was talking with these 2 guys, the German guy and the Polish guy, and the major thing they were talking about was leverage. What is your leverage? What is your bargaining power? In the world of commerce, in the world of capitalism, what is your leverage? What is your bargaining power? Because it's going to be a game of strength. What are you bringing to the table? What do you bring to the table? What do you bring to the table? When AI has replaced, what do you bring to the table? Now, we discussed for about 30 minutes, and they revealed to me that only builders, builders, and creators, creators, only builders and creators will survive the incoming changes that AI is going to bring to the world. So for a creator, you need to quickly start building an audience. Why can AI not replace an audience? Because people don't like AI-generated content. So people will not like AI-generated pictures. People will not like AI-generated views. AI-generated thoughts. AI-generated advice. People would prefer authentic humans. And guess what? The line is going to be divided so far. This is all from my discussion with them. The line is going to be divided so far that people will only trust those with higher audience. So right now in crypto, if a guy of 200 followers tells you on Twitter, post on Twitter, buy Bitcoin. Someone of 200 followers says buy Bitcoin, nobody's going to listen to him. But if someone with 750,000 followers says buy Bitcoin, everybody's going to buy. Why? Because leverage. So in the creator economy, the leverage is bigger, which makes people follow his advice, makes people follow his word. People will believe those who have greater followers, because greater followers will be proof of mastery. Even if this guy is a dumbass, even if this guy is smarter, people actually rate this guy more because so power in the future will be as a result of influence, right? But creators are not the only kind of influential people. Builders also are. It's like presidents versus a CEO of a social media platform. Someone like Mark Zuckerberg now. Mark Zuckerberg is a creator in terms of he controls a big creator economy, Facebook, right? And the president of Nigeria, Tinubu, is a builder because he actually owns the power to allow or disallow this economy in his country. A good example was Trump and Elon Musk. You will notice that when Trump and Elon Musk had issues, the creator, despite the fact that Elon Musk is also a builder, but in that equation, the president was the builder and he was the creator. So the creator doesn't have as much power as the builder. So in this case now, Bud coin is a good coin, but the person with the actual power is the dev who built this coin. So the creator, who has 750,000 followers, has a lot of power, but the dev has greater power than him. In the same way, Donald Trump, the president, has a lot of power, much more power than Elon Musk, even though Elon Musk has a lot more influence in his social economy than the president. Now, be that as it may, only builders and creators can survive. So builders are those who have built systems, right? Or who have risen to higher ranks in systems. So we have things like presidents, CEOs, investors. In society, the people with the greater power are people in executive positions, people who are investors, people who have built strong business models that keep the economy running. Those are builders. For example, Chelsea Football Club, people think the most powerful people in Chelsea are the players. No, it's actually the back end, the people supplying the money. Those are the people who control all the decision making, not the players. No matter how important the player is, he can be removed from any club if the builders themselves decide. So there are two worlds. There are the builders and the creators. Right? The creators are the ones who have influence most of the time. They have a lot of clout, a lot of engagements. People know them. But the builders are usually less known, but they are the ones who move the needle. They are the ones who move the machine. And these two careers are literally irreplaceable by AI, because AI cannot lead. That is why we call it prompt engineering. People have to lead AI all the time. That's why builders cannot be replaced. The reason why creators cannot be replaced is authenticity is their leverage. Authenticity. People do not want AI views. They don't want AI thoughts. They don't want AI advice. They don't want AI generated content. They would prefer authenticity. And so those people who are of more followers will be regarded as authentic. Unfortunately, this is the truth. And so in Konoha, I made these two tracks my major focus. So this is why I strategically made sure that there are only two tracks in Konoha University. The only two tracks are the creator track and the builder track. Yeah, the builder track and the creator track. This general track is just like orientation, right? You can look at the topics here. Orientation to Web3, orientation to DeFi, orientation to AI, orientation to communication, orientation to manager level skills, business development, orientation into personal finance, orientation into personal branding, orientation into portfolio management. So these are the general track. But when we come to creators, right, they need to know networking because that's their power. They are creators. Elon Musk is a big networker. Everyone who is a creator in the world is good with networking. Right? In football, for example, you may not know it, but they have agents. Every footballer has someone who networks and does deals for them behind the scenes. Same with musicians. Same with, just check every big industry. The creators who are popular usually are power networkers, right? Then there's video content and, practical CapCut video editing. There's corporate finance. You cannot be a creator without understanding finance. These are the things we are focusing on in Konoha. So there's project management, there's outreach, there's freelancing, there's Web3 marketing, building a career, speaking. So these are literally creator skills. And then builder skills are very technical. Smart contracts. You need to understand the future of smart contracts in tech. These are basically coding-based skills. Web development, right? On-chain analysis. These are things we teach our builders, as well as these general tracks. So the builders get to learn this and this. So you need to be sure. In Konoha, we have a thing. Let me show you. We have a thing in Konoha where we ask people to pick this. So when you get into Konoha, the school fees is actually 100,000 naira. And when you pay 100,000 naira and get into Konoha, here are two things. First of all, you would need to pick your track, because we feel like for someone to learn this and this and this is too much. It's better you pick just builder and then the general track, or you choose just creator and then the general track. You can't be everywhere. You understand? So in Konoha, we actually want you to select which one you think is most suitable for you. Right? You've got to select the one that is most suitable for you. However, there's a psychometric test we usually mandate our students to take. This psychometric test takes you through the islands, right? The islands of personality types. I call it the islands of psychometry. So all people belongs to one or more of this island. Every single human being on earth belongs to one or more of these islands. Some people are individualists, some people are creators, some people are seekers, some people are enthusiasts, some people are advocates, some people are leaders, some people are architects, some people are fighters, some people are producers, some people are givers. Now, depending on what part of this island you fall in, it will determine if you are likely to be a builder or a creator, right? Most creators, their skills are more likely to be advocates, enthusiasts, leadership, givers, seekers, right? It shows that you are a creator kind of person. But when you come to this place, if you're a creator, fighter, producer, you are most likely in the builder track. This builder track. So the psychometric test helps you understand yourself and know what kind of person you are. It covers every human being on earth. So every human being on earth has one or two of these islands, for sure. You can be more than one, but you are either a leader. Leader obviously shows that you're more likely to be a creator than a builder, and so on. So in Konoha, what we want you to do as you join Konoha, what we want you to do is look inwards, right? And as you look inwards, we expect you to find out, after your result from the psychometric test, find out exactly what track you want to focus on for the next 1 year. So I strongly believe that if you remove distractions and you focus on one thing for the next 1 year, you will be able to get ahead of many people who do not even know that AI is taking out all jobs except builders and creators. So focus for 1 year on your builder skill. Give yourself 1 year. You've wasted so many years. Or yeah, waste one more on building a builder skill. Or waste one more on building a creator career. Choose one, right? And when you have made that choice, in Konoha, we would help you partner with builders. So if you're a creator, you will partner with a builder, right? If you're a builder, you will partner with creators. Usually, creators are usually more in the world. Creators are usually more in the world than builders. That's just the truth. So, but depending on what aspect, what parts you are in, would help you partner with whosoever you need to partner with, right? So that you can be mentored until you scale. So the goal of all partnerships, all activities, all skills, all careers is to scale. It's just like university. The goal of everyone going to university is to make money. Yeah. Eventually, all the things you're learning is not just because you have passion for them, it's because you want to make money. In the same way, the reason you want to build a career or start a business is because you want to scale. Scale means to grow fast into success. Simple. Scale just simply means to grow fast into success. So our goal is to mentor you in that arm so that you can grow fast until you scale. Now, we have given a deadline. Next week, Wednesday, deadline to choose your tracks once you're in Konoha. So if you're not in Konoha, get into Konoha before this weekend so that you can go through everything and get into your track by Wednesday. By next week, Wednesday, we have closed the door. You cannot pick a track again. You cannot pick a track. So you have no more time. Get into Konoha now so that I can teach you with all that I have learned so far in Asia. I have so much to teach you. So much is coming. So much is coming. Get in now. See you in Konoha Season 3.